living cube. Modern designers offer a wide variety of ways to furnish your living space. The most notable of them are those that look attractive and use the entire space very effectively at the same time. For example, the living cube. There are all kinds of drawers and shelves on the side. Here you can place books, music records, a player, a TV, and even some clothes. At the end of the living cube there is a ladder too. There's also a door that lets you inside the structure. This small room in this case is used as a storage room. The manufacturer claims that the design is variable, so that inside the living cube there may be a dressing room or a bathroom. Finally, we'll tell you about the upper surface of the structure. Here you can arrange a lounge area or place something, or as shown in the video, arrange a place to sleep. Parisot Space Up. The first space-saving solution we've shown today will only fit in a large, high-ceilinged room. The bed from the French company Parisot is much more modest in size. However, it can also give its owner a lot of storage space. First of all, pay attention to the sides of the bed. They are equipped with shelves. Thanks to the optimal size, books, care products, and much more will fit inside. However, a lot of beds have a similar design. The Space Up model from Parisot has a unique feature that makes it different from the competitors' models. The mattress tilts back, and under it there's 2.3 cubic meters of space for storage. The space is equipped with drawers. It's even possible to store large-size objects, such as suitcases and sports equipment. It's noteworthy that the hinged mechanism has been carefully designed. Thanks to this, when the bed is open, there's enough space inside for a person to enter. Thus, Space Up is 3 pieces of furniture in one: a bed, a night table, and a closet. Slumber shelves. People who live in small one-room apartments often face a catastrophic lack of free space. Singaporean company Spaceman offers a solution to the problem. This is a unit that combines 2 pieces of furniture, indispensable for any modern home. It's a TV unit, which in a few seconds with a simple movement transforms into a double bed. Notice that there are quite fragile items on the shelves, such as vases and glasses. They are not in danger though. Although the unit's equipped with a rotating part, all shelves designed to store things don't change their position in space. Thanks to this, even if the contents are expensive, you don't have to worry about them. When you buy this bed, you can stop thinking about zoning the space, or the fact that a one-room apartment can't accommodate both a living room and a bedroom. Kali Duo Sofa. This is a sofa transformer from Resource Furniture. When folded, it's no different from any 2-seater sofa. However, if desired, the construction can take the form of a bunk bed. What looks like part of the wall is actually another folding bed. Please note that it's equipped with soft edges to protect the person sleeping on it. The topmost part of the structure is a shelf. Smart kitchen. The place where people spend most of their time at home should be as comfortable and functional as possible. We are talking, of course, about the kitchen. Here is an amazing set created by specialists from the Italian company Filigrano already. Literally every meter of this space has a huge number of advantages and features. Use the remote control to open the drawers. The corners, the most useless space in terms of space organization, are fully exploited. The outer panels can be removed, which makes cleaning much easier. The refrigerator drawers look just like any other. They are right under the worktop so that food can be taken out and put away faster. The drawers have already integrated separators, making it easy to organize kitchen appliances too. The design is modern and technologically advanced, so there are places for wireless charging as well. Smart living. At first glance, it may seem that the design of this furniture from Ozio Design is similar to the design that we've already shown you. The area where the TV is located has been improved to perform 2 functions instead of 1. But Smart Living allows you to use the extra space in a different way. This furniture is designed for homes that have enough space for a separate bedroom, but not enough for a full dining room. The panel to which the TV is attached can be moved. Behind it, there are hooks with folding chairs hanging onto them. In the lower part of the construction, there's a folding table hidden. In a matter of seconds, the room transforms completely. Here it is, ready to receive guests or for a nice family dinner. Of course, you can also put something else on the shelves. For example, things that you can't put anywhere else. Breaking the box. All the furniture that you see on the screen was created by a designer and artist from Chile, named Sebastián Errázuriz. From the end of January to the beginning of March this year, it was shown as an exhibition in New York called Breaking the Box. These are sculptures rather than furniture, thanks to the ingenious way that they were created. What looks like decoration for a room is actually a functional locker for storing small items. The giant, at first glance, cabinet in its folded state practically doesn't take up any space. At the same time, thanks to a well thought out design, it fits as many as 10 drawers. And this piece of furniture would fit perfectly into a narrow room where there is no way to move the drawers. The components of the cabinet are attached one to the other. It opens when the person performs a rotational movement. Finally, pay attention to this construction, which is a decorative element, but at the same time serves as a shelf. Ori Pocket Closet. Perhaps every modern person dreams of having their own dressing room. Unfortunately, very often you have to give up on your dreams. There's simply no extra room, or the bedroom fits only a bed and a standard wardrobe. Ori Living is a company engaged in the development of transforming furniture. In November last year, its specialist showed a fundamentally new design. It will allow to arrange a dressing room in almost any standard bedroom. In the folded state, the Ori Pocket Closet does not occupy much space. The sides equipped with shelves. One of them is big enough to fit a whole painting or a TV set. The other unfolds, turning it into a compact but functional desk. If you press the button, the parts of the construction start to move apart. Inside, there are shelves and cabinets in which clothes and shoes are stored. Also, the design can be operated using a mobile application or a smart speaker. Ori Pocket Closet can serve as a mini library too, a storage room, as well as a place to store documents in the office. So hi, my name is Zane Fisher. I'm the owner of Extraordinary Structures, and this is our Saltbox tiny house. Saltbox is it's a vernacular New England style of roof, and although we're out here in New Mexico, the defining feature is that it's an asymmetrical roof line. At this point, anytime you have that kind of asymmetrical peaked roof, it's usually referred to as a saltbox. In our case, we did it both for sort of architectural flair and also so that one side of the house would have exactly the right length for a standard solar panel. So the roof is set up to take a whole bunch of solar. So this is our kitchen. What we do is we like to do a single core sort of plumbing infrastructure wall so that your bathroom and kitchen are back to back. You're minimizing the amount of plumbing, and we're also using that to bias the weight inside the trailer for the best hauling characteristics. But we wanted kind of luxury too. One of the things that bugs me when I visit tiny houses is if they've got a sink that's too small, because I do a lot of cooking personally. So we wanted to have a nice big sink. So this is bigger than you're going to have in some apartments. And then we have a sort of a diverse cooking ecosystem here, from a convection toaster oven to a 2-burner induction. But you could outfit this with a larger refrigerator and more of a standard stove and oven. But these are the options that we chose for this one. And we used a single piece stainless steel unit here. This fridge is a drawer. There's a drawer situation right here. So it just fits right into the counter. It's small, but it's very efficient. Lots of drawers, lots of storage. In fact, I sometimes think there's too much storage in this place. I think it's adaptable to any person's particular sort of needs, and you can really make it home. So the bathroom is, it's bound to be small, right? It's in a tiny house like this, but we wanted a different characteristic. We have sort of a Scandinavian wood cabin style interior going on, and we wanted to sort of, create a whole different environment. So we've got this bright white acrylic in here, which gives you a sort of a modern flair, but that's tempered with the same mesquite floors, and then this deep cedar Japanese ofuro style soaking tub. My partner Catherine built this as a little piece of luxury in a small room. So a bit of luxury and some brightness helps to make a small bathroom a lot more livable. This is a composting unit here, Swedish style. Yeah, this unit doesn't currently have holding tanks on it right now. So what you would do is either tie it into a septic, or depending on your location, use a gray water system or add a tank. If, for example, like this unit will end up spending its life probably in New Mexico. You can do gray water, but your kitchen water is considered black water. So what we have pre-installed on the kitchen sink is a valve. So you could direct it to a tank, or if you're not using food, you could direct it to a gray water system. We like to avoid lofts whenever possible. They're enjoyable, but in a small space, we don't want to put too much weight up above or take up the nice airspace. But over the bathroom is a natural place to have a small loft. Can sleep up there, or a kid can sleep up there, a guest, or I think of it as kind of a reading nook. And we just have a ladder permanently mounted on the wall for a quick climb up there. And it turns out it's a nice space. A little reading light and a little outlet up there makes it pretty livable. The primary bed, we're using a horizontal Murphy or a wall bed system. So it just comes down right here. So what we do is we move this little fold-up rocker out of the way, and our furniture actually rolls, so we can move it to the side. All right. Bring it out here, and this guy is what actually ends up supporting your bed, so that they're not in your way when you get out of bed in the middle of the night. You don't end up kicking the furniture here. You've got a little reading light, outlets at bed height, and you're right next to the window. So for me, this is more enjoyable than a loft. What we do here at Extraordinary Structures is a panelized construction system. We do a computer model of anything that we're going to build. We break it into component sections, and then we use a CNC router or an automated system to carve out those panels in precise shapes and lock them together, kind of like Legos for big kids or something like that. So in this unit you can see the joints here, where each 2-foot wide panel connects to the next one. So once we've designed a structure, it actually assembles quite quickly. This little stove, it was invented for marine applications out of the Seattle area. So for fishing crews going out early who want to warm up, and it's a super efficient burn. in a very small package. So that's why we like this stove. It's really in here as kind of showing off that there's room for luxury even in a small space. Primary heating and cooling in this unit is done with a mini split, so you don't actually need heat, but it's pretty nice, especially in the winter. Get back from a day of skiing or snowshoeing or just hard work and be able to light up a little fire. Kind of adds that something special that makes you feel like tiny house living is a luxury rather than something that you're giving something up for.
Is there anything you wish you would have done differently with this build?
There are some small things, just in the ways we've configured some of the drawers. So I think we've changed some ideas about that. We've learned some lessons about how to run infrastructure in the most optimal ways, especially if we're not building a whole unit for someone, or if we're providing a shell, which is something that we do. How to make sure that it can work really well for electrical and plumbing trades. Part of that is the tiny configuration, and part of that is using a panelized construction system like we do. Overall, I think we're pretty happy. You know, we've got other floor plans that we're working on that are different, but this one has a lot of versatility in it for us.
Where do you see the future of this? Do you see this as something that is going to be progressing for many years to come, or do you see this as something where it's going to be a niche small market that's always been there, but now they're starting to become more aligned with the thought process of the tiny home living?
Yeah, I think that there are components of it that are probably niche-y, but I think the idea of smaller, sort of smarter, energy efficient spaces, a little more minimal, especially for people who realize that they don't need much, but they place a high value on maybe resources that are shared in a community or open space or wilderness. I think it's going to continue to branch out. So I see it as we work through zoning issues. I see it having a pretty large impact on cities where we see prices escalating out of control and a need for higher densities, but in different form factors. And I see it as a way to add to a sort of healthy housing ecosystem overall as we move forward. So I think there's a place for it, and as we see, we're doing a panelized system that allows for sort of rapid assembly, and there are other people out there who are not just building small, but also innovating in the housing construction area. And so to see companies coming up like that is exciting, and I think it does point to